Alright, welcome back. At the end of the last one, when we woke up here in Haven, there was this poor elven servant girl delivering some herbs for the healers, and she immediately fell down on her face in terror. I guess she's not accustomed to dealing with the Canary. Yeah, she got out of there as quick as she possibly could, went to go tell Cassandra that we're awake now, so we're supposed to go meet Cassandra in the Chantry. We'll do so in a minute, but right now I want to run around here and collect this stuff. If you're wondering why I'm making such an effort to get all these elf roots, I'm going to want to upgrade my potions, and we were lucky enough to get a Dawn Lotus out of that box that the elven girl dropped. Very lucky. And we're going to need that along with, oh geez, I don't know, a few dozen elf roots at least, just to upgrade our healing potion, but then that's permanent. That's forever. It's going to heal us more and better, and that's always a good thing, right? So, anyway, get some elf roots under our belt. There's plenty to be had outside the gates, and we'll get to that. The next video is going to be a pretty long one. Just a little heads up. I don't want to turn anyone away from the series by boring you to death, but, and, you know, I won't suffer you through everything, but I make somewhat of a ritual of running around collecting stuff, and there will be some quests to do. And it's more tutorial. Essentially, it's getting acquainted with filling requisitions, dealing with the blacksmith. We'll go through some basic crafting. Very basic crafting. It doesn't get a whole lot more complicated later in the game, but we wind up with a lot more materials later on. And a few more slots as schematics get more complex. You know, of course, as you get higher level, you get better gear, right? Well, the schematics give you a lot more liberty in choosing what ingredients you want to put into making your gear to add certain status effects which apply specifically to your playstyle. You know, like, do you want to buff your offense? Do you want to buff your defense? Do you want to just all kinds of different effects? And I couldn't tell you all of them because there's so many rare ingredients. Fade-touched stuff, that's what they call it. And, you know, master work level gear where you can put in special perks that apply to your gear on top of the other buffs, you know, like extra constitution, extra dexterity, things like that. Anyway, get into all that later, but we'll do some basic crafting in the next one. It's part of basically a little side quest. They allow you to do a few quests here in town. You're going to need to do one of them anyway just to get a power point so we can get to our next destination. You need power points to spend at the war table to get to new areas, and once you go to that new area and do quests there, it will unlock little missions and stuff at the war table, which is very cool because essentially it's stuff that's being done by your council, either Cullen or Leliana or Josephine, and they'll do them basically while you're running around doing other stuff, and once you come back to the war table, you get a reward. A lot of time it's reputation or something along those lines, maybe an item. Amulets of power, which apply to your followers, like, you know, Varric and Solus and so on and so forth, whoever. And it's usually little war table missions that pertain to them specifically. And when you get the reward, you'll get an amulet of power, and when you give that to them and they equip it, then they get an extra ability point to spend. And that's always nice to have. Wish we could get a few amulets of power for my character, actually. Maybe later in the game, something I don't know about yet, but we'll see as we go along. I'm down here in the Chantry basement. You'll see I'm passing up a lot of readable codexes right now. There's a reason for that. We were talking about reputation. Reputation counts towards your Inquisition perks. It's kind of like an XP bar, and once it fills up, you get a perk, and you can spend that on something in particular. And the ones that I like to pick first are the ones that have to do with dialogue and XP bonus for any codex you read. And right now, if I read a codex, it's only worth 50 points. If I get all 4 Inquisition perks for extra XP, then they're worth 150 points, as well as opening up a lot of dialogue options with people, NPCs that I might meet out in the world, which is helpful in gathering agents. And agents, they serve a kind of a twofold purpose also, and we'll get into that later. But
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Let's meet our new council.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone Most Holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
So you've changed your mind about me?
I was wrong. Perhaps I still am. I will not, however, pretend you were not exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
Oh, yeah?
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
That's my kind of woman right there.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
If you're truly trying to restore order,
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Maybe, I don't know, in my opinion, one of the best developed characters probably in video game history ever. Cassandra, she's amazing. Alright, new Inquisition symbol there. Flags up. Saw our allies gathered around our table there. This is the beginnings of something. This is beautifully done. Just like the last couple Mass Effects. All the Mass Effects, actually, really. And I could say the other Dragon Ages too. It's just, this is how you do a tutorial. Lay a foundation for the whole story and get the player acquainted with all the controls and all the stuff in the game. Just, wow, just amazingly done. Now it's official. It's on paper. We got a receipt to show that we started this, that's right. How cool is that? We have our little basis of, you know, the little beginnings of something here that we can make grow, and that's just the basis of the game. It's just to grow our Inquisition, and very cool. And there's our enemy, the Breach. At least the immediate threat. Right on. Alright, when we return, we will do some exploring around Haven, do some questing, and then we will head out into the great beyond to go do some exploring. Alright, if you want to subscribe and support the Ninja Flips, hit that button right there over my head. And for more Inquisition, click the top box. And for all my videos, click the bottom box. And thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.